Hello.
Good morning. How are you, Rhonda?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. So once again, you and your daughter are rock stars. Oh shoot, I just ripped a piece of paper. So you guys, let's see. Kristen had 4 people on. I'm assuming that her parents were the Wayne and Ernestine.
Yes, that's her parents.
That's what I figured. So she had her parents and 2 other people on, and then you had a person on.
Good.
Yay.
Yay.
So out of the 10 people who were non-team members, you guys had 5 of the 10.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So do you have any feedback of the difference of last night's event compared to the one last month?
I thought it was easier to keep up with.
Okay.
And I thought it had more bread and butter, or more meat and potatoes than bread and butter.
Okay. Which is good, because I felt like I was completely floundering on the opening. Like I was doing another project before we started the meeting, so I didn't feel like I was in the zone until the last 5 or 10 minutes. And so I felt like I was fumbling and flustered in the opening. I felt like I had kind of gotten my composure back in time for closing, but I wasn't sure if you guys had input of the first one compared to the second one with the openings.
I thought you did good. I didn't notice it at all.
Okay. Well, that's good. I guess it was just in my head. I could not think of the vision statement to save my soul as I was trying to say it, that I'm like, wow.
Well, I remember you kind of a little bit over that, but you got it. You pulled it back in time that it was no big deal.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So now that we've done 2, tell me how you feel this is for a tool for bringing people back in after the fact.
Like, you mean guests to watch it later?
Correct.
Oh, I think it would be good.
Yeah, because
in fact, it's almost better.
Yeah, because it's not so fast.
Yeah.
I agree completely. Good morning, Shelley.
Can I stand?
Sure. We have Rhonda on the phone. She keeps losing reception if we see her, so we don't get to see her pretty face. She's just calling it.
Oh.
Hi, Shelley.
Hello.
So I was just asking her feedback from last night, and she was just saying that she thinks it's almost better to go back and watch on the rewind so that you can kind of watch it at your own pace.
Boy, that sun is bright.
I talked to Julie Patterson this morning, and she's a relatively new and upcoming consultant you're going to hear more from, I think. Rhonda, she's a TS person who has not given up her business yet. She's in that whole lineage with, oh my gosh, what's her face from Indianapolis? Tammy. I know you know who I'm thinking of. Well, she's, I cannot think of her name.
Wish I could do that better.
It'll come to me. It's going to bug me, but it'll come to me. But she is to the point of, I think, just about done with Tastefully Simple, because she had told me that her business is not going where she wants it, and she's working 3 jobs right now.
Oh,
so her sister-in-law, who is a marathoner, logged on last night, and last night was her first time seeing the event, and she really liked it, and her feedback was 40 minutes would be better than 30. She thought the time frames were too tight, which I kind of agree. So I'm going to pull them out to 2 minutes instead of 1 minute, and I think I'm going to take away another transformation again and just have more people comment on other. And like I said last month, if we want to use this as a tool and it's an easier invite for you to say, hey, come into this event because I'm participating in it, I don't care if you put your transformation every single month under the drop your transformation here. Like if that's your invite and you want to keep participating, what I really want to keep doing is featuring different people on the 10 transformations with specific time frames. So I loved your daughter-in-law Kristen's video. I was a little nervous listening, going, oh my gosh, I hope this is all compliant. But I think she was good. I was shocked she was able to use eShots postpartum. I did not realize they could use those. That I could have been using that with Amanda because she was breastfeeding. But it was really good. And I like that, we can remember that the February month, if you're talking to somebody who's pregnant or breastfeeding, like that's the month to send them in to go back for the rewind so that you have the pregnant mommy nurse breastfeeding feature. And I know she's a nurse. Did you also say she's a nutritionist too?
Yeah, she has a minor in nutrition.
That's what I thought. So I wish, and you might encourage her to go back and somewhere put that below the video or in the comments of the video that she is an RN and a nutritionist, just to give herself that extra validation. She's in her scrubs, which looked adorable. But just have her physically say it so that if somebody is breezing through and maybe they're not going to click on the link, to see that medical attachment to it might get them to click on the link.
Right. So I want to apologize a little bit for her video because she was supposed to come up to the house last week and we were going to do it together, so I could coach her on it.
Right.
But it ended up she couldn't come that day because they ended up with a flat tire on their vehicle and couldn't come. And then I had something planned the rest of the week and we were gone all weekend. So she sent me this first video that she did and I liked it a whole lot better. Like she came in, because I sent her the 30-second story, use this as your guide, here's compliance. I did all of those things. When she sent me the video, it was awesome, but it was 6-7 minutes. And I was like, I forgot to tell you we have a time period. So she had to go back and try to condense it. And so I think she left out part of the first part that said, hey, I'm Kristen Withers. I was introduced to Isagenix by my mother-in-law, Rhonda. She didn't remember to do that stuff. So I kind of apologize. But on the flip side, I thought, well, it wasn't too bad for a very first time.
And do you still have the original video? Hopefully she didn't trash that.
I still have it.
I would love that to be posted in Isajourney just because it'd be a great learning tool for people. It would feature her and I could tag people who are pregnant or nursing on that one.
Oh, yes.
So if you could put that on Isajourney, that would be fantastic. You or her, either or.
Okay. I will have her do it because, when she sent it to me, she couldn't send it all to me in one video. It was 3 videos. But she may be able to post it on there. I don't know.
Well, and another thing for her to try is see if she could either turn it into a YouTube link or a Dropbox. And that might be an easier way to try and put it on there.
Okay. Yeah. The YouTube thing would be good. But yeah, the very first one she did, it was really good. Had a lot of facts and medical things, and it was really good because she explained more of her 30-second story was in that.
Yeah, I would love to see it. And I just love the team to see it and to get people knowing each other across the country, that especially with you guys being out in West Virginia, who knows if we'll ever get to meet Kristen, although I really hope we get to meet her in Nashville. That, it gives her a chance to shine, show off her expertise, give us a chance to know her. And I think it's a good tool all around.
Right.
So yeah, if you guys could work on that, that would be great. Who just logged on the iPad?
Christy.
Hey, Christy, how are you?
How are you?
Good. So we have Shelly on and Rhonda on as well. So we were just talking about last night. Shelly, with it being your first event, did you want to give any feedback seeing it for the first time?
Feedback. Well, like I mentioned to you earlier, I didn't put my number in, so that concerned me that I didn't put my number in. But then I noticed that other people around me didn't put a number in, so I thought it was probably okay. I could have gone in and edited the post.
Right.
And had the number then. It was interesting though, because it was interesting to continually keep refreshing, and then you were seeing your indicators like you had a message, and I was like, oh, so who's now put something in? So that was kind of fun to watch. And I just thought, and I'm assuming it was the correct thing to do, to continually post on people's feeds as they were posting them so that it kept information rolling and people interested and people were seeing comments. Because I don't know who was on.
Yes. Exactly. And that is the whole point of it. And like we've talked about, I know I've talked to all three of you about this before, that the tool of being able to go back and continually invite people in, that I am not going to put an end date to these, especially because, you know, if you want to feature something like, say, next month, you know, I'm going to pull different people in, but next month you're talking to somebody who's pregnant or nursing. Well, since that's what Rhonda's daughter-in-law covered, they can come back to this month. So I'm just going to continually keep them open, and you pick which month, you know, you want to send them back to. That I really like that feature as well. Christy, so I was telling Rhonda before you guys logged in, so here were the stats. We had 101 people invited. We had 37 attendees. Now that 37 was a combination of team members and non-team members. Of the 37, 12 were non-team members. We had 5 maybes and 6 can't goes. Of the 10, 12 non-team members, Kristen and Rhonda had 5 of them. So way to go. Christy Kahan, you had somebody on there. Julie Patterson had somebody. Tanya had somebody. Laura Holacek, who's out in Iowa, had somebody. And Christy, if you don't mind, even though the event's over, I would love you to go back and post one of your fitness transformations, and you can do the same one you did last month if you just want to copy and paste. Because I specifically invited somebody who is a marathoner and half marathoner, and knowing that Lisa, and I kind of pulled him into the event saying, hey, Lisa, our Boston Marathoner coach, is going to be on there. So to have another running transformation would be fantastic under the other comment.
Oh, you know, Jody, a comment I had for you. Let me think about this. Cindy posted, and Cindy did the wrap up. And she talked about something that in your closing, you said we haven't talked about yet. What was it?
And I have to be honest, I did not go back and watch all of Cindy's. I snagged that video from Gina, which shame on me that I didn't go back and watch it. So I clicked on it at first, and I saw she said, I'm here to close you out. And I was like, ooh, I really should have watched this first. So if there was something in there to catch, let me know.
There was, and I can't remember what it was.
Who I want to try and bring in next month to talk about wealth creation is John Stankiewicz, and have him talk about the whole START group, how he was number 8 out of the top 10 for the 18 to 25-year-olds. That I want to see if I can get him to do the wealth creation next month. And then we could even try and tag some of our START people to get on there.
Yeah. Good idea.
And so the one comment, Julie, I was telling Rhonda earlier, Julie, especially since it was her first event like yours, Shelley, is she thought it was a little too fast and she'd rather have it drawn out to 40 minutes, which I kind of agree with her. It still seems too fast. I like having a lot of transformations, but I think just pulling it out that extra 10 minutes doesn't feel so hurried to me.
Okay.
And so I'm going to redo the time changes for next month, so we have a little bit more time between transformations, especially for people who are doing the videos. That gives them another minute or 30 seconds, you know, to keep going. And so the other thing I want to talk to you about is I like changing up the days of the week. So the first one we did on a Tuesday night. This one we did on a Sunday night. The next one to do on a Thursday night. What do you all think of that?
What Thursday?
I'm thinking March 8th because, you know, we were doing sip and samples once a month, and I don't feel the need to hold a sip and sample when it's still snowing out.
Yeah.
The other thing is that Jake has lacrosse tryouts starting February 26th. Season kicks into gear, and his first game is either the 15th or 16th. So I'd like to throw one in before I have to worry about a game schedule. So my thought, and I could do Wednesday or Thursday. I just know locally we lose Catholics to Wednesday with CCD, and we lose, we lose people who go to Willow where they have a Wednesday night service as well. So I just don't know church-wise how many people will lose on a Wednesday night. I feel like we kind of lost Monday nights with Cindy's coaching calls on Monday nights because I don't want to detract people from logging into her coaching calls. So
Right.
my thought was Thursday the 8th. What do you guys all think of that?
That should be fine.
Yeah, I think a Thursday night is good.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, I'm trying different ones. The other thing I could do is a Saturday morning, but I don't
I
know.
think that's crazy.
No, thank you.
Okay. 2 of the 3 of you said no right away, so that gives
I just think Saturday mornings are crazy, and if you're like,
Yeah.
got kids in whatever age, Saturday mornings are crazy.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm
Would
going to
agree.
put it down, and I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but I'm going to put the 8th, and we're always going to stick with 8 o'clock time frame because anything past 8 gets too late for our East Coast girls. And I don't want to do before that because we also hopefully will start having some West Coast people involved as well. So I think 8 is the right time frame to work all the time zones. So I'm going to put March 8th, Facebook virtual event will be the next one. And we'll come up with something. I'm thinking something around spring cleaning or springing forward or something around spring. So if you guys have any ideas of cute names, I think we could do the whole spring thing.
How far away is summer, spring?
Right.
That kind of thing.
So yeah, if you guys come up with names, just shoot some names to me. Okay, a couple other things I want to bring up. So I want to give some kudos to Tanya. I don't know if she'll watch the playback on this. So last week, she has her own team page as well. And last week on her team page, now I don't know how to do this because you guys know me. I'm so not electronically equipped. I don't know if it's on Snapchat or Instagram, or you come up with those like bunny ears and helium voices and do those cute little recordings where, you have hearts above your head or whatever. She did one of her helium voice recordings, giving her team an all-team challenge to sign up for ISOLife. So if you missed it by some chance, the ISOLife app came out last Thursday. It is free. There's coaching, there's tracking, you can attach it to your Fitbit, you can order from there, you can follow your team on their cleanse days. There's a ton that can be done on this. So she did a thing, they had 2 days to sign up for the ISOLife app, and you see on your thing who has signed up, that anybody who signed up, she did a drawing for sleep spray. And my thought is either sleep spray or coffee because they're like $12, it's cheap. And so I'm going to challenge you guys to do that as well. I'm trying to encourage my husband to do it for us because he is more the techie guy and he knows how to do that helium voice with the bunny ears and all that funky stuff where I don't. And I don't care if people double dip, if they get the ISOLife app and they get entered in your drawing and my drawing, go for it. I think the more we can reward them and encourage them, the better. But I also think this app is going to be huge in keeping people on track and keeping that synergy together and more of a daily encouragement that we haven't had before. So however you want to promote it, I'm going to kind of challenge you to do a team challenge with your team. And you don't have to even get out a sleep spray. You can give out one of those shaker cups or even a goodie bag with little individual products like Hydrate Greens and a shake or Hydrate Greens and, Ionics or whatever, a bar. That whatever you want to give away, make it small, but encourage people to do the ISOLife app, ISOLiving app, ISOLife, ISOLiving, whatever it's called. The other thing that happened last Tuesday is that both Boost products came out. So those who didn't go to conference or those who couldn't get their hands on them, like we couldn't get the Immune Boost, it had run out by the time we got to the store. They're officially available online. And Rhonda, I forgot to tell you, since I owed you the product from being the drawing winner from NYKO, I already ordered you one and it's going directly to you.
And oh my God, it already came. Thank you.
Rock on. You got yours before I got mine. Ours hasn't come yet.
I'm like, what is this box? I didn't order anything from Isagenix. What is this? And I open it up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I meant to shoot you a note, and then I completely forgot. Like the weekend got away from me. So
no, it was a good surprise.
Late for being the winner coming off of NYKO. And again, you can stagger these, but I think I'm all about I'll just call it out. I'm all about bribing to get participation to happen, because as a leader, I think we should be the product experts, that we should be trying all these products so we can speak confidently about them. This time of year, I still keep hearing about everybody getting the 6-day flu, which is freaking me out that it's 6 days. So we are still taking our elderberry syrup, and I can't wait for our immune booster to come, because we will start that as well. So if you want to do a contest this week for the IsoLife app, go for it. Maybe wait a week, or next week do the immune boost or the heart boost, where they could do one or the other. Like, depending on how many giveaways you want to do, you could do immune boost one week, heart boost another, or just sign up for one of the boosts. I think, and both of these, the boost and the IsoLiving app, I also think is a great tool to physically get on the phone, call everybody on your team. Deactivated people, people that are terminated, people that are plugging along and being consistent on your team. This to me is the perfect excuse, because these are targeting specific areas and giving them another accountability piece to help them on their journey. So I really am encouraging leaders to pick up that phone, have your downline open, and call every single person on it. Terminated, active, doesn't matter. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So I think I'm about 80% sure, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think Mocha is going to come out tomorrow.
Ooh,
Just
yay.
heads up that may be coming. We got the "it's coming soon" on the 3-star and above Facebook group chat. And then last week, Cindy on Mastermind had said that there is going to be a shake release on the 13th. So my guess is if I put the two together, it should be Mocha tomorrow. So
Yay.
just a heads up for that. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess. The other thing that I tagged everybody on, so Rhonda, I'm going to challenge you to think about a road trip next month. I missed this on Lisa's page, and I think it literally just happened, but the wonderful Eric Worre, those of you who don't know who Eric Worre is, he is the one who wrote GoPro. He is a network marketing professional, speaker, motivational guy, trainer. Mm-hmm. And I have not seen him live. I've listened to his podcast for years. Shelly has seen him live. So if you want to give any insight about Eric Worre.
Rhonda, didn't you see him too? Weren't you with us?
I don't recall ever seeing him.
You weren't at Celebration with us?
Excuse me?
I think that was the first one you and Randy went by yourselves.
Oh no, I think Kristen, it was Randy and I and Kristen and Tanya and Randy, and then we had like Prohaska and those guys too.
So was that the year that Maroon 5 was there?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I've never been to Celebration.
She's only been to NYKO.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Eric Worre is just, he's Eric Worre. He's just no nonsense. He gets in your face. He talks to you. He gets the room going. He's just extremely motivating, and I just like where he comes from. I mean, he's the guy that he has a whole GoPro site where he talks about, what's his tagline, Jody? It's a stone cold fact that we have, how's that go?
Like an easier, better way.
Yeah, it's a stone cold fact that we have an easier, better way, go out and get it done or something like that, because he wants you to be a part of network marketing. So he's been in a lot of network marketing companies and been successful. And then now he's decided to merge all the people he knows into this huge website that he has. And he interviews like top achievers, and he knows all the top achievers, and he knows all the companies. And, you know, he and Anthony Robbins are best buds, and yeah.
So this one is specifically for Isagenix, though, because it's in the Isagenix events page.
Okay. That
he does some, like Lisa and those guys went to one in the fall where it was a 2 or 3 day Eric Worre event. Yeah. And she came off of it saying she liked it even better than University in Action, but it was very generic. Like, you were not in the rules of registering. You were not allowed to wear your logo wear. You could not promote your company. It was multi-company, all network marketers from all different areas.
Yeah.
This one is specific to Isagenix. So I am going to challenge the local people, and I'm going to kind of get pretty blunt about this. If you're serious about growing a business, I think it should be a priority to get there, because it is in Chicago. Lisa is flying into town either Friday or Saturday. I would not be surprised to see Cindy come into town coming from Ohio. So if that is something where you really are looking for growth and or to get to executive, I think this is a huge priority. Randy and I already bought our tickets this morning. It is down at the Fairmont in Chicago in Millennium Park. It is a one-day thing on March 18th, which is a Sunday, and it is $99.
And how long is it, Joan?
There are no hours. We keep looking, and there's nothing posted hour-wise. It just says one-day event, $99. So it's under Isagenix Events if you want to look it up. Rhonda, if you'd like to road trip out here, we'd love to have you. So that we literally just found out this morning. All right. So before I have to jump on the mastermind call, is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about this morning? Anything you're struggling with? Anything about the call last night? Anything with your teams?
I think I'm good today.
Okay, Christy?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, Shelly?
I'm good. I had a really great call with one of my very consistent users yesterday, and she's down 19 pounds and is very excited and is very much thinking about a second account for her husband because he's now loving it, even though he's not able to cleanse. He's diabetic. He did not enjoy the cleanse, but that's okay. And it just was a feel good because, you know, she talked about the dress sizes she went down. When she first started using the products, she wanted nothing to do with exercise, and now her husband has bought her a rower, and she loves getting on her rower for 25 minutes every other day. So huge things have happened in her life, and she knows it's because of the products she's using.
Awesome. So I have two questions. Have you thought of featuring her as a kudos, like, yay, great job, I'm so proud of you, with or without a picture? You could use a motivational quote if you don't have a picture on our team page, just to get her excited and connected on the team page. And have you thought about asking if you could post her transformation on your page with or without her name? You could do it anonymously, or you could tag her to start helping her create curiosity.
So this is what you're going to love. She's one of those people who doesn't do Facebook. So,
okay. Well, I would still ask if you can, just for our team's purpose of excitement and new excitement, ask
well, her husband,
on the team page.
Her husband is on Facebook.
Okay.
So we had a conversation about that. Huh?
Who is it? Do I know him?
Baruch.
Oh, okay.
Baruch.
Yeah.
So did you, this weekend, when you posted that thing about how many foods you did or didn't like, was that on our team page or was that just a general Facebook post?
I think that was a general Facebook post.
Okay, because I didn't know if it was on. I don't actually know
if you could, if they're open for people learning more, could you write the story about her but tag him so it'll go on his page?
I think she'll let me do that. I'm just making sure that I'm taking the time and giving her the time she needs to process all this, because she's super excited right now about IsaBody Challenge, which she wouldn't even talk to me about 3 months ago.
Okay, good.
And after last night's conversation, she's super psyched. So I'm thinking in the next week, my conversation is going to be about getting her signed up for IsaBody. She understands that if Scott has an account, he can sign up for IsaBody, and then getting some more recognition out there.
And don't forget, they can sign up for Beat Your Best, because the Beat Your Best is going until April 15th. So anybody can come on at any time. Like I just had 2 more people enter it last week.
Okay.
So they can still enter Beat Your Best, and it's greatest weight loss percentage, not total, because everybody's at different places. It just ends April 15th. And my only rule is you have to be a team member and you have to be in an IsaBody. So as long as they're going to do IsaBody, they might as well enter Beat Your Best. And you could, send her, she just has to send me beginning before pictures and a beginning weight. And then I have a board going. And right now we have 11 people in it.
Okay.
And the cash prize is $200.
Okay. Well, let's get her into IsaBody first, and then let's move from there. I'm just excited because I've been trying to talk to her for quite a few times. I've literally been trying to talk to her since before Christmas. And this last week, we've made a concentrated effort to get in touch with each other, and we did finally yesterday, and I was just so darn excited.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I got to run and jump on the mastermind. If you guys come up with cute names for the March 8th event, let me know. And then definitely get in touch with your team about all the new things coming up, and we will chat next week.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Thank you.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.